The new year is here and you're still poor, so in this video I'm going to be telling you exactly how everyone is making so much money from these Solana meme coins, as well as how you're going to replicate this success and completely change your life in 2025, just like I did this year, flipping $200 into over 6 figures in just around 3 months trading Solana meme coins. Throughout this video I'm going to be going through everything from buying Solana from an exchange, all the way to getting in a circle of insane traders, to all the little mentality tricks and secret tools to help you make life-changing gains from meme coins. The first thing that you're going to want to do is buy some Solana. Obviously you're trading Solana meme coins, so you want to go to any exchange like Kraken, Binance or Coinbase, but any other exchange works, and you want to buy as much Solana as your budget fits. Obviously the more the better, but you can start with anything as low as like 0.5. I wouldn't really recommend anything lower than that. Now that you've bought some Solana and it's on an exchange like Kraken or whatever exchange you want to use, you want to transfer this onto your trading block so you can actually take this Solana on chain and actually own this Solana. So you're going to want to click on the first link in the description, sign up for bullx. This is the trading platform you're going to be using. It is the best trading platform out and the only one I've been using since June to make over $100,000 trading Solana meme coins. So then you're going to want to make a new wallet and import it into Phantom so you can actually have it here and it will be on chain. Now that you're on bullx, you want to click on any token here. Just click on any token, it does not matter, and then click here. You'll see the fees settings. This is the setting that you have to change so you don't lose money. Basically what you want to do is look in this top right corner here and you want to copy and paste this, paste it into the buy priority fee, and if you're aping for more than 0.5 Solana per buy, you want to copy and paste this and put it as the buy bribe. This does change over time, so you do want to adjust this, but if you do have a bigger portfolio and you're aping maybe 2 Solana an ape, I would put maybe your buy bribe at 0.015 so you don't have to keep on adjusting it. But definitely change this so you're not losing too much money on gas fees, as this is basically what you're sending to the Solana bribe so that you can actually get your transaction in quicker, but it does cost money. So the default ones are about $5, so if you're not aping very much, it will definitely hurt your portfolio over time. You also want to change the sell ones to the same thing. So yeah, you can just change it to that, and you don't need sell MEV protection, so yeah, that's just fine for the sell. You can also turn this one up as well, but it doesn't really matter as much as the bribe one does matter. Now that you've signed up for bullx Neo and you have your fees set up, you're going to be entering the learning stage. Within this stage, you're going to not be buying any tokens, but rather studying what good traders do, the tools they use, as well as the methods they use to profit from the space. You've already made a really good start by watching this video, but I would also recommend in this stage to be watching every single one of my videos, as well as some of Orangie and Lean's videos. These YouTubers are the best in the space and I can actually say they are very profitable and you won't waste your time by watching them. So in this stage, yeah, you're not going to be aping any tokens at all. You'll just be watching and studying. This usually lasts a few days to around a week to get through all this content, and then you can move on to the next step. Now that you've done all these steps, you want to create a Twitter account and get locked into crypto Twitter culture, as these are the traders you'll be trading with and against. For this, I would go and follow all the people that I'm following, or most of them at least, as all these people, obviously I follow them for a reason. It's not just random accounts that I follow. Yeah, I follow them all for a reason, as they are good traders and they're locked in with the culture. So you're gonna want to create a new account, whether you already have a Twitter account or whatnot. You're going to want to create a new one so you're actually locked into the culture and you start to get alpha on your timeline. If you look at my timeline, there's lots and lots of coins being shared here, so I can start to try to understand the culture, see the coins that are sending. And you also want to be engaging with these posts. You want to be commenting, you want to be following them, so you can start to grow your own account. Because once you actually start to understand the culture and you're a really good trader, you want to actually grow your own account. So you want to be following these people and engaging very early so you can start to understand it and start growing your own personal brand, as that is what will get you into better groups, which I'll talk about in a second. Now that you've made your Twitter account, you want to get even deeper into the whole meme coin culture and join some groups. Whether these be free or paid groups depends on your portfolio. If you have anything less than 5 SOL, I wouldn't join a group that charges 1 SOL, for example. Some groups I recommend is my group, obviously Utaka Alpha. Provides Twitter monitors, wallet tracker, Mujetsu tools. It offers like 50 other things as well, and I tried to make it as beginner friendly, being only 0.25 Solana. If you don't want to join my group, you can also join other groups like DigiWorld, Shocked, and Vanquish Alpha, but these are like the other regular groups. They are being 1 Solana, so it is a lot more expensive. So if you don't have around 5 Solana, I wouldn't even bother with any groups at all. Unless it's one of the cheaper groups. When you're joining these groups, you have to understand that you are joining to find a friend circle and get into the closer FNF groups, as that is where the money is actually made, as well as to help streamline all the information you need to get you locked into the culture much quicker than you normally would without them. You have to understand when joining these groups, you're not here to follow calls, you're not here to be your final groups. You're just here to get information on coins, as well as to use the tools they provide, like the crypto Twitter monitors, the wallet trackers, you know, the Mujetsu tools, and any other commands they may provide. You also have to understand that there are a lot of free groups out there. That's the importance of growing your Twitter. As you can see, I have like an alright Twitter following with a lot of posts that show my knowledge. If you can write threads and you can show your knowledge to other people, you can straight up DM people on the timeline that are flexing their groups. You can ask them, hey man, what does it take to get into this group or whatever? And you will eventually start getting into these groups once you build up your Twitter, show your knowledge, and actually become a very good trader. These are the FNF groups you really do want to be in, like the Elite, Grand, and you know, all these other huge groups with insane grinders, with insane information that you won't get in any other of these paid groups. The paid groups, as I said, it's really just a bridge to get you over into these FNF groups, and that will be your final place where you're actually going to spend most of your time. Now that you're starting to understand the culture and what makes a coin good or bad, you want to find your trading style. The way I do this is try all the trading styles and find which one you are best at or resonates best with you. These are the main 3 trading styles there are. There is new pairs trenching, which is what me, Orangie, Cupsey, Waddles, people like that do. It's the best risk to reward, small losses, huge wins, and the cons are tons of coins coming out and higher skill gap, and it takes a lot of time to learn. You basically, new pairs trenching is aping these coins here at around, you know, 10, 12, 15,000 market cap and trying to hit the runners that run to over 1 million, and you just cut the losses very quickly. So there is a very good risk to reward in lots of 10x's in it. But it does take a lot of time, as there's tons of rugs or just coins that just go to 0 within this category. So it does take a while to learn. That is the one me and, you know, all the really good traders, I would say majority of them do use new pairs trenching. The next one is dip buyer. This takes a lot less time, and you have to filter through a lot less coins, as you'll be aping through already graduated coins here that already show that there are a runner. So you don't have to filter that much, but you're going to be aping, you know, 2, 3, 500,000 market cap on major dips, major support levels, and you also want to be looking for, you know, major psychological numbers like 250,000, 500,000, 1 million, etc. You'll be looking for these levels. People like Mofo do this strategy. It's really good for 2 to 5 X's, but you do need more size to actually do this strategy, as if you're doing this with 0.1 or whatever, it won't be as good as, you know, maybe new pairs trenching or this scalping. So scalping is also what Red and Leans do. Leans and Red, they're other YouTubers in the space, and they're really good at scalping. They basically go on new pairs with no filters at all. They find coins that look half decent, but they don't look good enough to, you know, run to millions or whatever. They basically ape it with 1 to 1.5, and it triggers a chain reaction with your traders when they see a big buy come through. And then that makes it pump up like, you know, 20 to 50%, and then they sell for a little profit. But on, you know, 1 sol, 1.5 sol, those 20 to 70%, they all add up. So it is a good strategy. It is very consistent. It is low risk, but there isn't much room for upside. So I don't think it's, you know, the best strategy you could do, in my opinion. Best strategy to learn for long term is new pairs trenching. And then you can also use dip buying once you have a big enough portfolio, and scalping when the market is pretty dead. These are the 3 main strategies. As I said, try them all, find what resonates best with you and the one that you are the best at, and then yeah, just pick one. Now that you've found your trading niche and starting to understand crypto Twitter culture, you're going to want to understand risk management. Risk management is the thing that will set you apart from others. Meme coins will not get you rich overnight, and you definitely won't keep that wealth even if you do make it from one lucky play full porting. A full port is basically when you put all your money in one bag, and you know, whether that goes up or down, it's a really silly decision for the long run. So this is why you have to practice risk management. Risk management is basically, yeah, splitting your portfolio into smaller parts to avoid one coin losing it all. The best portions for this is 10 to 20% maximum, depending on the coin it is. A good example of this is, say you have 5 Solana, right? You have 5 Solanas to start out. That is your starting balance. You don't want to gamble all this 5 Solana on one coin, and then that coin, you know, say it goes up a little bit, it goes up, and then you go straight down and you lose everything. So you ape 5 there, and then you end up with, you know, 0.2 down the bottom. You don't want that to happen. So basically what you want to do is split this 5 Solana up into 3 different portions. These portions are going to be the main one, the first one. It's going to be 1 Solana, right? So that'll be 20% of your portfolio, and then within this, you're going to split this into 10 little lines, 10 to 20 apes, right? And all these apes will be between 0.05 to 0.1, right? So within this, you're splitting your 1 Solana into 10 to 20 different plays, so you have something to gamble for, and you know that's just gambling when you start. So you're definitely going to lose this amount. No one hits it big when they start, so you want to minimize the risks as much as possible and make sure that you're aping as little as possible. Once you start to understand the culture, and you know you've gone through this bag, let's say you've watched more YouTube videos, maybe you've been in the space for more than a few weeks now, you don't want to spend this all in one day, right? So that's why you split it up into so many parts. You then want to go into your next bag. Your next bag is going to be 3 Solana. So this is the majority of your bag, right? 3 Solana. Within this bag, you're going to be aping a little bit more as you've learned everything you've learned from this, and you're going to take all the lessons you've learned from this and take it onto this next bag, which is 3 Solana. And then within this bag, you're going to split it up into little parts, and these apes are going to be a little bit more. So it will be around, let's say, 0.3, which is 10%, to 0.6. 0.6 on a really good coin. But if it's not really good, don't think about doing 0.6, as you cannot afford it with a 5 Solana bag, right? So you're going to be aping between 10 to 20% of this bag, then into little coins and that. So you say it's a really good coin, it'll be 0.6. Most things will be 0.3, and you can still ape 0.1, 0.15. You don't have to just do 0.3. That's just the maximum you should do. If you ape any more than 0.6, you will lose your portfolio more than likely. Your third bag, this is an emergency bag. So this will be an emergency bag. This will be your last 1 Solana. If you get into this bag and you do end up needing this bag, it's just going to be an emergency bag in a different wallet, or you just don't touch it. You're going to have to reevaluate your strategy, because that means you've blown 80% of your portfolio already within this gambling bag and this main bag that you have here. You've already blown 80% of your portfolio. So this 1 Sol is basically just a bailout. You're going to want to go back to the learning stage. You're going to relearn everything that you've already learned. And then you're going to want to start touching this bag. And once again, you're going to do it like this one. So it'll be 0.05 to 0.1 Solana apes. And then within that bag, as I said, yeah, you just want to relearn everything. Get new wallets to track, get new tools, get everything you can. Watch as much YouTube as you can. And then that is when you want to start touching this bag. You really don't want to delve deep into this bag when you start, because that is the quickest way to lose. A lot of people lose, but this is really the best way to minimize these losses. So if you fall for a rug, you fall for a scam, you've got 3 different times, and then 10 to 20 different apes within these 3 different times. So you'll have about 60 coins, 60 chances of hitting it big or whatever. But you do want to, not hitting it big, but more learning the culture, learning everything within these. But there is a very big chance that if you take your lessons that you learn out of these 60 coins, you will get say a 5x or a 10x within these apes. As 60 coins is a really good chance at just getting 1 or 2 5 to 10x's, which steamrolls your portfolio. But you do got to keep in mind that when you win, you're not a good trader. A lot of people get caught into this thing where, they win one time, they think they're a really good trader. Say you win 0.6, so you get a 20x from your 0.6, 20x to 0.6, that'll be what, 3 Sol or whatever it is. And I think they're a really good trader. Well, it wouldn't be 3 Sol, but it would be a lot more. It'd be like 12 Sol, right? They think they're a really good trader, and then they throw all their morals out the window. So with the new 12 Sol, say they ape 3 Sol into each bag. It's very silly to do that. You want to keep on going with the 10, 5, 20% apes, depending on the type of coin it is, of your portfolio, until you're aping over 1 Sol every time. So once you reach 10 Solana, you want to stick to 1 Sol apes until you're at maybe 20, and then you can start scaling it up a little bit more. So that's the best way to just not blow your portfolio when you start. Really rewatch this and keep it in your head. Risk management. 10% apes, 20% on really good conviction plays that are already established and have a somewhat high market cap. You don't want to be aping anything over 1 million market cap when you're starting out, and those are the things you just want to keep in mind when you're trading. The next thing you want to do is start tracking wallets and tracking really good traders in the space to get early info and intel on coins before they moon. As you can see here on bullx Neo, this is why it's the best trading bot. You can see every single wallet on the chart. So you can see Noodles, Kara, Mirror, Top Trader, FOMO, all these people, Frank de Gods, Gake, all these people down here. You can see them all aping this coin, Pythia, and it just sent to 15 million market cap from my first buy at about 1.7 mil. So if I looked at this wallet when it first bought, using our wallet tracker in the Discord, or using any wallet tracker you want to use, I could see that this coin was going to maybe send, because one of my smart wallets just bought $10,000 worth of the coin, so I could do some research on it. That is the importance of having wallets. You're going to find these wallets by going to top holders as well as top traders of really good trade coins. So this one's got a little smart wallet emoji. So you're going to click on here on bullx Neo. You can see he's made 75k in the past little while. He's made 33k in the past 12 hours. Maybe this is a really good wallet you want to follow. He's made $37,888 in the past 24 hours, which is pretty insane for a trader. But you can see before that he was slowly cooking, but it is a pretty fresh wallet. So yeah, he's only traded 5 tokens and he's had 2 senders. So you definitely want to track wallets like that. You want to add them to your Neo. You want to give them an emoji. You want to give them a tag, just like I have done here. I've given all these wallets emojis, tags, and so I know who they are. So you can see the whole S2FNF, they've all got the same tag and emoji. Same, all the good traders, I put the gold emoji. You know, things like that, smart emoji, brain, etc. You really want to do this and get your list locked in. If you are in the Discord though, that I've left in the bio, you can go into the wallets to watch section and you can get the full list of wallets that I do track. But if you're not on the Discord, you can definitely make your own one of this wallet list. It's not the most impossible thing to do. It just takes a while of stacking up wallets and wallets from Twitter and all the other methods you can do, as well as top traders and things like that. As you've probably seen earlier in the video, I have this on the side of my screen. There was also a wallet tracker over here. I just moved it off, but you can see this thing's constantly updating. You probably don't know what it is, but it is a CT tracker. You need a CT tracker wherever you get it from. We do offer one in Utaka. There's other groups that do offer them for a little bit more expensive and they're the same speeds. But yeah, if you don't have one of these, you have to get one, whether that be yeah, as I said, in our group, or you can just pay for it directly. You can pay for Tweet Shift or Tweet Catcher, which are the 2 tools that people use, even though they are a lot slower than this one here, as this is a private tool that you can't buy. Or you could use the free Twitter monitor in Utaka as well. There's a free Twitter monitor. It is about 30 seconds delayed, so it's not as good as this one. Or the third option you do have is X Pro. You can make a list on X Pro of all the people you want to track and it comes through pretty quickly. It's not exactly as good as this one, but it does come through pretty quickly and it does update automatically. So yeah, you definitely need a Twitter catcher. As I was talking about, Twitter is where the alpha is. You're going to be tracking people like Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and you're going to look for times they tweet dogs, tweet out memes, tweet out other things, you know, tweet out CAs, people tweet out. You know, you're going to be tracking the smart people in the space as well as people with influence, as it is an attention-based economy. Whoever has the most pull, as you can see, Cobra Tate, he's got an emergency meeting, maybe he talks about crypto. If he mentions a coin on there or mentions a major meme or anything like that, there will be a coin made about it, and then that coin will probably send. As you can see, we're also tracking news people to find out the new news. You know, maybe South Korea, you know, when they got taken over or whatever, or the government fell off. There was a coin that ran to like 3 million, and there's like news coins every single day about, you know, justice for this person, you know, this dog, whatever. That is why you need to have a CT track. If you don't have one, you're really falling behind the game. The next thing you want to do, which won't build your portfolio, but it will grow it. So once you're above like 10,000, you want to start digging deep into narratives and realizing these coins before others do. As you can see, this is a coin I've done this on recently. It's still cooking a little bit, but I do think it'll go back to all-time highs. It's IQ 6900. It has a really deep narrative, as well as a product that is coming out, and it's followed by some good people, and I think it's really undervalued at these lows here. So I've been stacking it at these lows, and as you can see, it just broke out to 6 million today, and I was stacking it, you know, 2.5, 2 million, and with size, that is a really good play. So sometimes you don't always have to look for the volume, that you don't always have to ape based on a chart going up. You can have conviction in plays. You can find these narratives, dive deep into these narratives. If you understand more than others and then share that info to others, they're likely to buy after you. So, you know, say I buy here, I'm sharing this info to others the whole way up here, and all of these people buying is just my profit. So you want to be sharing your info to others once you're in coins, as well as trying to find these narratives early. And you know, finding things with utility nowadays is really good. These AI coins are really good money if you know how to spot the LARP ones, especially off pump fun. Say it goes to 200k like a lot of AI coins do, and then it calms down into more of an accumulation zone like tons of AI coins do. You can see this one calm down here, and then it went into accumulation here, which people are just distributing. The holders are getting back to different ones that want to hold the token rather than just flip the token quickly. And then after this distribution and this accumulation, it will go into a new all-time high, likely on many new tokens. Obviously, this is a 2-month-old token, so it's not the best example to do it. But another example of a coin that I did it on was AIT, which was kind of recently. It was AI Trader. It's still alive a little bit today. But yeah, if you see here, let me get rid of my lines real quick. And you can see, if I go on the 1 minute chart, if you zoom out here and you go back to the start of it, you can't really see, but it was at the start, it came off pump fun. It was accumulating for a little bit at 200k, like over here, down in this range here. That's when I was buying. As you can't really see here, as I said, but it was accumulating, going up and down between this range on these 4, 5, 6 wicks here, and then it went to 600k, and you could see it was only up from there. That is because people didn't realize the product. I realized the product before they realized, so I aped some size onto this and made really good money when it went to 12 million. So that's the type of plays you really need to look for if you want to start growing your portfolio past just the quick flip 2x, 3x. As you can see, the 200k to 12 million, that's a lot of x's. That's like, 50x or whatever. It's really, really good money finding narratives before other people do. The next thing I would recommend every single person to do, this is the most important thing, even though some people think it's cringe, it's journaling your trades. So this is basically how I would have my journal set up. I do have it set up like this. This isn't my stats or anything. This is just some stuff that I just wrote up just then. But this is how I would have it set up. The first day, you're going to make starting stats. Whatever you want to grow, say you want to grow your Twitter followers, you want to grow your portfolio, you want to grow your bullx referrals, you want to grow how many groups you're in, whatever you want to write, just write it here and make sure you list as much information as possible. Say maybe you're not growing on Twitter right now, maybe you want to grow in the future, just write your Twitter followers anyway. It really helps, tracking progress and everything. And also write the starting date, say 28/12/24, right? You want to have the date and your stats. This really helps with, tracking your progress, as I said. And then the next thing you want to do is write your starting thoughts. What you're thinking about your portfolio, your trading, and everything else that you could fix and, whatnot. Why you're starting this challenge, why you want to trade, what your goals for the series is, like what your goals for trading is, and everything like that. So yeah, end of year goals right here. Just made this one. Obviously, the end of year is in 2 days, but 40 soul, say 1,000 Twitter followers, 25 referrals, and a 5x play. Say that's just, someone's plays, someone's goals for the year. But like, I would recommend everyone do this. Maybe make a goal. You can't really do end of year since the bull's probably going to end by the end of the year next year. So maybe do like by March, I want to hit 100 soul or whatever. Maybe, I want to make 10,000 in a month or whatever you want to put here. I wouldn't put end of year though. Also, you want to have rules. This is the most important thing. Your rules. Did you stick to your rules? So you got to analyze every single day. Did you stick to your rules? You're going to make like 5-10 rules. So these are ones that I actually did make like a little while ago, maybe 3 months ago. I did put on my thing. No top blast between 50k to bondage. So I didn't want to top blast, shitty coins between 50k to bondage, as the risk to reward just wasn't there. No aping more than 10% of my portfolio on a gamble or 25% on a conviction. This is, as I said a long time ago, my portfolio is much bigger now, so I can't really even ape 10% on a gamble. If I feel myself getting angry, get off, so you don't want to revenge trade. That's what I did. I actually put on there. Play the long game, don't over ape or don't FOMO. That's, good. Share my knowledge and grow my community. That links back to the Twitter followers. This isn't my actual goals, but this is my actual rules. And trade mostly on one wallet. So those were my rules at the time, back in like August or something. And I think I have met most of those rules. The only one I don't really do now is no top blast between 50k and bonding. And then this is what I do for day one. So every day you trade, where you make a big trade or a big loss or a big fumble. Those are the 3 things. Trade, so profit, loss, or fumble. Those 3 things, if you do any of those, say your portfolio is 0.5, even if you make 0.1 that day, it's big enough to, write in your trading journal. But it's all relevant to portfolio. Say you have 100 soul, you don't want to write 0.1 in there, right? So you write your stats again, your new stats. So you check that for the day. Your portfolio, say you made 1.2 soul today. So your portfolio would be 11.2 now. And then Twitter followers, 68 maybe. You gain 3 followers and 2 bullx refs. And then you want to say, I traded decent. I made 6 trades, 1 big loss, 1 big win. The big win was 0.7 Solana on Cat. I took this trade because it was a good meme with some good wallets and sold a little too early. So you want to explain your thesis on the big trades. Explain why you aped, explain why you sold, as well as your losses as well. So the loss was a random tweet gamble, it was a silly trade, as well as a top blast I shouldn't have taken, so I lost 0.4 on that, and overall, other than that, it was a very good trade. And then you want to take tips for the day from these theses. So you can see here, as you said, you sold a little bit early, you want to say sell faster maybe, or on the other coins, you sold, didn't sell quick enough. So yeah, you want to maybe say sell faster, wait for entry because you top blasted on this coin, and also don't blind ape tweet coins. You know, maybe you think not every tweet coin is going to be good after that, so you don't want to be blind aping them. But yeah, that's basically what I would do for the journal. I would be doing this every single day, no matter where you are with your trading journey, unless you're like over, you know, 500 sol or whatever. I still do this like quite often. I'd say once, twice, 3 times a week. But when I was coming up, I do this every single day for every single trade. You don't really need to do every single trade though. You can just do, you know, a couple of the big ones, but I would recommend this 100%. As I didn't say before, but I do these in Notion. You can also do it in Word, or, you know, whatever you works for you, Google Docs or whatever. The last thing I want to talk about, and the last thing I really would focus like a lot of my things on, is mentality. A lot of people blow portfolios even once they're actually established and a good trader from having a bad mentality. You don't want a revenge trade. A revenge trade is basically when you take a loss, you go keep on taking trades to just win back that loss. Just win back that loss, win back that loss. They keep on trading and trading and trading, and they lose like 10, 20 times more than they should have, than just from that one loss, or, you know, fumble or cheat or whatever it was. I've done this before and I lost around 20,000 in 4 days from it. So yeah, definitely do not want a revenge trade at all. It's like probably the worst thing you can do to your trading, and no matter your portfolio, it is possible to do. The next thing you don't want to do is don't look back at trades with anger, fumbles, or losses. Just learn. So, you know, a lot of people go on the paper hands website and just look at their paper hands or whatever. Don't look back at that. There's no point looking back at that. What can you learn from that trade? Why did the coin send? What was the team behind it? What was the meme? What was the meta? What was the narrative? What can you learn from the token? You can't just look at it and go, oh, my 0.1 could have been 20 sol, 50 sol, 100 sol. You have to look back and learn from these tokens. Say you bought GOAT at 50k. What made you buy the token? What made you sell the token? What can you learn from this fumble, and what will you do next time to make sure you don't fumble it again if you ever get that opportunity again? There's coins every day in the trenches. There's no point looking back with anger on any coins. The next thing is comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare. Everyone moves at a different pace. Everyone moves at a different pace. I cannot stress this enough. Some people learn in a week. Say you're an ex-pro Fortnite player. You know, those people learn really, really quickly because they're on the PC a lot. They're really fast. They've got good connections. But other people, it takes 3 to 6 months, you know, even a year sometimes. But if you do it right, I think most people can learn between 1 to 3 months and actually turn profitable. It took me around 4 months, 5 months, but I did not have, like, you know, as much YouTube content and tools and stuff that there was back then. There was a lot more rugs, as well as there wasn't, you know, Pump Fund wasn't the main launch platform, and other things like that. The last thing I do say is stick to your rules. Stick to them. You won't be great overnight. You made those rules on your trading journal. If you do not stick to those rules, you're gambling. A gambler is someone that does not stick to their set of rules. If you actually want to play with an edge on the house, you want to have tools, you want to use these rules, and you want to abuse them. So say you don't want to, you realize you started losing a lot of coins when you ape above 45,000 market cap, between 45,000 and 100,000. You don't want to ever ape a token between those. You just want to stick to the rules, whatever the rules be. You can make your own rules tailored to you, but stick to the rules. You won't become great overnight. I think that's really all for mentality, but I cannot stress this enough. Don't revenge trade. Like, you will lose your portfolio if you end up revenge trading. If you feel yourself angry, you're on a big losing streak, don't go, oh, one more, I might hit it big. Get off for the night, reevaluate tomorrow, see what you did wrong, update your trading journal the next day. You don't have to do it all on one day, and then you'll actually learn and you'll make ideally a lot more money doing it. I think that's about it for the video. That's every single thing you need to know to actually learn how to trade meme coins and make over $1 million next year. It is very possible. You just need to stick to it. It's not going to be easy. If you think it's going to be easy to make $1 million no matter what it is, even meme coins, you're very, very silly. So if you do have any other questions, you can hit me up on Discord in the comments section, or on my Twitter. I answer every single Twitter DM, as well as ticket in my Discord. So yeah, I'm happy to answer any single specific questions. And if you do end up paying for the Discord, I'm happy to answer, you know, any one-on-one personal questions about your trade.